Cohen with Jay Williams. And, Jay, this might be the greatest club in the NBA.
Ooh, Ed, I'm ready. I'm really relaxed, but I get worried. The letters MIA is actually a distress signal. I've seen it personally. A lot of players go missing in action in South Beach.
Well, come on inside the AAA American Airlines Arena and the start of this one here tonight. The Celtics win the tap. To Jaylen Brown. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Tatum. His first effort off the mark. Bam, Adebayo. Able to recover with the block. Another shot won't go either.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you're forcing to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Can't connect. Celtics have it. To Horford. Takes stock of the floor. To Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Tatum shot no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in, so it's time to get going.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Oladipo, not that time.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's uncomfortable with. Stay up on him, make him catch the ball outside of his comfort zone.
Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. Lowry with it. Down just a couple. To Butler. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here comes the screen. Lowry sets him up. Jason Tatum rejects it. Turnover gives them the possession. Brown into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts. At least make it seem like the ball slipped.
Miami's got it. Lowry to Oladipo from long range. And Victor.
He chose the dagger with the 3.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Lowry. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Brown with it up top. Leads 1. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good. Tucker to Lowry. Celtics have it.
Like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
To Horford. Deep left corner. The shot, almost. Another follow, stays out. Lowry into the front court. They trail by 1. Boston with the basketball. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Oladipo into the front court. Down by 1. Lowry. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Jaylen Brown. Shot clock winding down. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Lowry into the front court. His team up by 1. The screen sets him up for 2.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Lowry. Flushes it home. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Jabari Parker rocking the rim.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. That's a Euro step, a side step. However they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that, whew.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Parker. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Old school equals high percentage.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Leads 3. Knocked loose. Lowry. To Parker. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Oladipo to Lowry. Knocked loose. He'd come up with it. Oladipo to Lowry. Now a steal on a very lazy pass there. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Marcus Smart at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Free throw up and good. Gives him a two-point lead. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. He'd get control. Layup goes down. Well done.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Here comes the screen. To Horford. Knocked loose. He'd come up with it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Oladipo. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Screen coming. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Finish that one.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Oladipo. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. That's Smart with the rebound. To Jaylen Brown. Pass stolen by Miami. Knocked loose. Celtics have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Nothing going here on that drive. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. He'd get control. Oladipo. To Butler. To Marcus Smart. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Miami with the basketball. Oladipo. And finishes strong.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Here comes the screen. Deep three at the buzzer. First quarter in the books. This game is all tied up. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. He'd have the basketball. Butler. No good. To Marcus Smart. Knocked loose. He'd come up with it.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Celtics come away with it.
We going to see a team take the lead here?
Runner's good there.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Oladipo into the front court. Down just a couple. And a pass stolen by Boston.
That's called game plan execution to perfect. Possession on the road is critical.
Short jumper misses. Oladipo into the front court. We're a minute into the second quarter. To Butler. Blocked away.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Celtics have it. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Butler to bring it up. Trailing by 4. Oladipo to Butler. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Shot from the lane won't go. Oladipo into the front court. Down 2. Parker into the front court. Looking to make something happen. It goes down.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Lowry with it. He'll run the offense. Oladipo picked up by Derek White. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jason Tatum. Butler into the front court. 2-point advantage. Oladipo. Adebayo matched up with Derek White. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Oladipo. Fires the three. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Oladipo.
I got him. Here we go.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Bam Adebayo. Couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 72%. And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Pass stolen by Miami.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Screen coming. Tatum. Off the iron. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Oladipo to Lowry. Jason Tatum sends it away. Gets to the basket and scores.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Horford. Here comes the screen. To Horford. Tatum. Well defended. Lowry into the front court. Leads a bucket. To Oladipo. From the painted area, won't go down. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. It's at the line. It's the Heat with the possession. To Lowry. Al Horford tips it. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. To Horford. Parker. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. To Lowry. Jimmy Butler for two. Jimmy Butler, 2 of 4 now.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Rises for the slam.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Butler to Lowry. And it's rejected.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Celtics have it. To Parker. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Lowry into the front court. Down 3. Pass taken away by the Celtics. To Horford. Won't go. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. They're down 3. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler. Can't miss those. To Butler. To Lowry. Beyond the arc for 3. Not that time. He misses. Boston with the basketball. To Horford. Bam, out of bio. Swats it. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. New blood coming in for both sides. Parker. For 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Lowry. Al Horford snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Pass stolen by Miami. Lowry to Butler. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Lowry has the basketball. To Butler. Trying to cash in. The shot by Butler, no. Here comes the screen. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Brown into the front court. Leads one. Oladipo. Short jumper off the mark.
You know, and everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place. Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Tucker. To Butler. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for two.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
And he makes them both. To Horford. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Jimmy Butler, he's 3 for 7.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Bam Adebayo with the block. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Horford. Heat get control. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Now here's your chance to make them pay for making you the target of hacking. Well, actually, your free throw shooting made you a target, but you can still fix that.
First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back. Deep three at the buzzer. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Heat are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat. The Celtics are within striking distance at the half. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Steals.
That must have been a difficult half of basketball for these coaches to watch. Neither team was able to hold on to the ball, as you can see by the steals in these highlights. Still, some credit should go to the guys with the active hands.
Player of the half.
Lowry and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Oladipo into the front court. Leads 3. To Butler. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Ball's controlled by Boston. Probing the defense. Work it down to Brown. Missed the wide open look. Lowry with it. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Brown with it up top. His guys down 3. To Marcus Smart. Pass stolen by Miami.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Lowry. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Horford. You've got to get that one to go. Lowry into the front court. Up by 3. Butler. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Jaylen Brown. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Oladipo. Whoa! What a finish!
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Butler to Lowry. No good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
To Marcus Smart. Nothing going here on that drive. Victor Oladipo sends it away. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Robert Williams at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Missed the second one as well. Lowry into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Screen coming. Oladipo to Butler. Going to launch beyond the arc. And a put-back slam.
When you let him get inside position like that on the glass, you can expect that every single time.
Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Surveys the floor. The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Oladipo into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Al Horford with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Butler to Lowry. Oladipo. He throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Marcus Smart. Has a chance. Scores from the post.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Tucker to Butler. Al Horford pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Not today.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Screen coming to P.J. Tucker. Jason Tatum. Huge block. Oladipo.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Butler for 2. Jimmy Butler, 4 out of 10.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Timeout Boston as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Knocked loose. He'd come up with it. Oladipo to P.J. Tucker. And Jimmy Butler cleans it up, kicks it outside. Oladipo to Butler. Celtics able to clear the board. Brown into the front court. His guys down 11. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores on the step back. Unguardable, Jay.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Oladipo to Butler. Had a chance, but it's no good.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
It's the Heat with the possession. Oladipo to Butler. Sizing up the defense. To Butler. And throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Brown with it up top. His guys down by 9. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Count it. Three-pointer is good.
And as a defender, you're very reluctant to challenge the shot because if you impede his space for where he lands, that's going to be an easy foul.
Oladipo to P.J. Tucker. Off the assist.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Adebayo the rebound. Miami's got it. Oladipo. And a pass stolen by Boston. To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. Boston with 4 to shoot. 4-3. They need something to go down. It's no good. Oladipo into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Defense making the ball carrier work. Able to convert inside. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Changes coming from both sides right now. From long range, they dared him, and he burns them.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Oladipo. Here's a chance from long range. Yes, Victor Oladipo. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Nothing going here on that drive. Off the mark. Oladipo into the front court. Lead is 12. To Butler. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Miami with the basketball. Oladipo picked up by Derek White. He was smothered and still gets it to go down. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Knocked loose. Parker. The Heat secure the rebound. Butler to bring it up. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Pass stolen by Miami. Oladipo. The drive right to the basket. Oh, he's denied. That one's going to be out of bounds. Tucker. To Oladipo. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Here comes the screen. To Parker. Fires the three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Almost unlucky bounce. Desperation shot here from half court. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete as the Heat enjoy some breathing room. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter. And not a whole lot you could do in this situation other than give it your best shot.
And players don't like to hear this, Ed, but the reality of the matter is this is a character-building opportunity. Yes, you may lose this game, but that does not mean that you do not fight each and every possession.
Tatum. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Here comes the screen. Derek White matched up with Jimmy Butler. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. The lead is 15. To Butler. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Can't connect from inside. Hustle pays off. They've got the possession. Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
A simple touch foul.
Butler. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Cruises inside for 2.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Lowry with it. His guy's up by 15. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Shot clock violation. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Parker. Beyond the arc for 3. Did enough to bother Jabari Parker. Shot off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Butler, guarded by Derek White. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Parker. For 3. Ah, smart is tough. He loves those kinds of shots.
Well, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly going to keep the defense guessing.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Lowry. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Lets it fly from long range. Buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play.
To Butler. It's the Celtics with the rebound.
Defense, let's go.
Fires the 3, knocks it down.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. Off the assist.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one. And counted at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Marcus Smart. Shot from the lane won't go. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Going to launch beyond the arc. At long last, he missed his first 5 attempts from beyond the arc, but he gets that one to go.
Welcome to psychological warfare, provided he's not taking bad shots. But if I were the defense, I would let him keep shooting it. Make him think about it a little bit more.
He'd have the basketball. Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Tatum. He engulfed him that time. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. He'd get control. Jason Tatum able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
To P.J. Tucker.
I got him.
Nothing going here on that drive. Top of the key. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Boston secures the rebound. To Marcus Smart. And stuffs it home.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Lowry into the front court. All tied up. Just underway in this fourth quarter. Celtics come away with it.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
It's the Heat with the possession. To Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Time for some new personnel into the game. It's a big finish.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Slam dunk.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Here comes the screen. Tatum. And he buries it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lowry into the front court. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. Deep left corner, Tucker. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Jaylen Brown. Has a look. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Marcus Smart. Oh, I missed a short one there. Oh, they don't get it across in time. That's an 8-second violation. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Entering the game for the Boston Celtics, number 12.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good. To Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. And the basket good at the rim.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Screen coming. Jimmy Butler for two. That's no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Brown, down low. And count the basket.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Slams it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Celtics have it. Screen coming.
Green, get over, get over.
To Jaylen Brown. Down to 5 on the 24. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Jaylen Brown at the line for 2 shots. A career 65% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Oladipo from long range. Can't connect. It's no good. Now an intentional foul. That'll be free throws with 20 seconds left to go.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
First free throw is good.
It's like practice.
And gets both to drop at the line. Now the Heat going to use a timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a 3. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Oh, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him, make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, you don't do that, that's easy money.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. Scores from the post. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A 3 at the buzzer. It's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics did what great teams do best, finish. The defense in this matchup was outstanding. When they weren't blocking shots, they were making steals, and it all came together for a terrific win. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics. The Heat lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Marcus Smart read the defense perfectly, and his teammates reaped the benefits with easy baskets.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.